What's good, gamers? One of the biggest things I've noticed new Ironmen all across the spectrum struggle with is making GP. If you're watching this, you're probably on your Ironman, poor as hell, and wondering what you should do to keep progressing your account. I'm usually focused on efficiency, but for this video I wanted to include a lot of different options because many people just don't like spamming Slayer for 300 hours. Let's dig right in to some of my favorite money making methods, going from low requirements to high requirements. Blackjacking in Pulvinich is one of the best methods with low requirements, especially from levels 45 through 84. Here's how it works. After completing the feud quest, you can lure bandits into empty houses where there's no other NPCs, knock them out, and while they're unconscious, you can get 2 quick pickpockets in for some solid XP and GP. When timed right, you'll be getting XP drops every 2 ticks. The requirements for this method: you'll need any type of blackjack, full rogue's gear for the double loot, and some food to keep going, as well as 45 plus thieving. At level 50 thieving, you'll be getting around 127k GP per hour, up to 200k at 99 thieving. The agility pyramid is a classic. It can be unlocked at 30 agility, however, 70 agility is recommended as obstacle fail rates are drastically reduced. You can make up to around 200k per hour, and on this course, you start at the bottom of the pyramid with the goal of reaching the top, where you are able to collect the pyramid top. After collecting the top, you can turn it into an NPC named Simon for an easy 10k. Another classic moneymaker for Ironmen is the H.A.M Store rooms, which you unlock during the Death to the Dorgashan quest. Outside of the quest, there isn't any requirements, and I actually used to use this method a lot back in the day. The storerooms are hidden inside of the H.A.M hideout just south of Lumbridge, and once you've got access, it becomes a surprisingly solid way to stock up on gems, jewelry, and GP. Here's how it works. Inside the storerooms, you'll find a few level 22 guards patrolling around. You'll want to wear the H.A.M robes to avoid being attacked, and start pickpocketing the guards for H.A.M keys. Unlike regular H.A.M members, if you fail a pickpocket here, you're not going to get kicked out. You'll just take a little damage, so it's a lot more efficient. Once you've got a handful of keys, use them to open the locked chests scattered around the rooms. You'll need to either pick the doors using a lockpick or squeeze through cracks in the walls. Just be careful. If you try to open the door while a guard sees you, then they'll attack. But here's a fun fact: if you fail a pickpocket on them, they reset and stop patrolling, making your life easier. And each key gives you 1 shot at a chest, which inside you'll find GP, cut gems, and some unenchanted jewelry. You can alch the jewelry for some quick GP or enchant it for magic XP. You'll get a solid 67k GP an hour. Ores and bars obtained from mining or monster drops can also be turned into GP by smithing them into swords at Giant's Foundry. You basically just forge giant swords for a hill giant. And the requirement for this minigame is just completion of the quest Sleeping Giants. You supply a full inventory's worth of metal and are given a lump sum of GP and Foundry reputation for each of the swords that you forge. It's a minigame where you have to pay a little bit of attention, but the click rate is actually very low. Personally, I just mined a ton of ore from Motherlode Mine, smelted it all at the blast furnace, then just made the swords. I don't think I can make a video like this without mentioning Battlestaves. Buying discounted Battlestaves from Zaf every 24 hours has always been a money-making method for Ironmen. It's generally not recommended for efficiency because of the time needed to make elemental orbs when crafting the staves into the elemental staves. However, if you start doing perilous moons, then you'll be getting thousands upon thousands of water orbs by the time you're finished with the grind. So you can essentially be doing Battlestaves with 0 time as you're grinding for the moon sets. Buying the staffs from the shop directly gives you over 900k GP an hour, or 2 mil plus if you're getting the staffs from monster drops. You can also complete the different tiers of the Varrock Diary to be able to purchase more and more staffs. On the easy tier, you can purchase 15 staffs a day for a profit of 17k GP. On the medium tier, you can purchase 30 battle staffs a day for a profit of 34k. Or you can complete the hard diary for 60 battle staffs a day for a profit of 68k. The corrupted gauntlet is another method I definitely have to recommend. You either love it or you hate it, but you can't deny that it is a solid method for getting rich on an Ironman. The Gauntlet is a solo minigame in Prifdinus in which you're given a limited amount of time to explore a randomly generated dungeon layout, gather a ton of resources and supplies by skilling and defeating monsters, all in preparation to defeat the boss at the end, known as the Hunlif, at a chance to get one of the best items in the game, the Bofa. This one is debatable on whether it is considered low requirements, mid requirements, or high requirements, but I would consider it solid mid-game due to the point at which people start their Bofa grind on their Ironman. The Corrupted Gauntlet is a great starting point for PVM and is literally a GP printer. It'll piss you off when you're learning it, but it's definitely worth it. All you need to have done is completed the Song of the Elves quest and have a pretty good set of combat stats. I would personally recommend getting 92 plus range specifically, of course via red shins, but this can certainly be done at the lower levels. Every run will get you an average of over 158k XP. Now onto the higher requirement methods. One of the best moneymakers for higher leveled Ironmen would have to be pickpocketing the Ardougne Knights. You'll need the full rogue's outfit, of course, 95 plus thieving, and completion of the Ardougne medium diary. To make this efficient, you'll want to trap the knight in the small trapezoid shaped building just north of the Ardougne baker stall, or inside of the bank next to the market. Alternatively, if you don't want to trap him yourself, you can always hop worlds at the southern Ardougne bank until you find someone splashing at the knight, which is super convenient. To maximize efficiency, you can also use Shadow Veil, which prevents stuns when you fail a pickpocket. And if you're low on food, you can just steal cakes from the baker stall nearby, but honestly, once you hit 95 thieving, you barely fell at all, so you could say food becomes pretty optional. At 95 plus thieving, you can expect up to 300k coins per hour with the rogue's outfit, so it's pretty chill and profitable. Next up is going to be the Hallowed Sepulchre. Whether you like it or not, it is pretty hard to deny that this is one of the best skilling updates the game has ever seen. The Hallowed Sepulchre is an agility activity located right beneath Darkmire, available to people with level 52 and above agility. There's 5 floors available, scaling with your agility level, and to access this, you'll need to have completed Sins of the Father. While you can definitely start doing Hallowed Sepulchre at level 52 agility, it's generally not recommended because you'll only have access to one of the floors. Instead, you'll want to wait until you're level 92 so you can access all of the floors. You can choose to loot coffins on each floor or skip them for more XP, and I suggest looting all of floors 3 through 5 until you can do Vorkath. After you can do Vorkath, you should only loot the coffins on the portal obstacle and the coffin on the bridge obstacle on floors 3 through 5. The grand chest at the very end, and optionally, the floor 5 crossbow coffin if you need more GP. You can get over 900k GP an hour. Also, a bit of an honorable mention, Vorkath is a fantastic option to get some GP. It's known as the money dragon for a reason if you're a main, but this is still true as an iron as well. You can get close to 2 mil GP an hour in alks, but it's really only efficient to do while on task. The only caveat is this boss is boring as hell. Another high requirement method, and I swear this is not rage bait, but if you never plan on going for a scythe, then blood runes as Zeah is one of the best ways for consistent GP on an Ironman. All you'll need is 77 rune crafting, which isn't too bad to get nowadays with the Guardians of the Rift. And if you use the Raiment of the Eye outfit that you get from there, you'll be getting an additional 60% runes, giving you over 400k GP per hour. For this next method, we're going to be crafting nature runes with the Achievement Diary Cape. This method is probably one of the most time-consuming ones to be able to do by far, because you'll need the Achievement Diary Cape, 91 plus rune crafting, the Raiments of the Eye set, and a crafting cape. You'll be selling nature runes to Ali's discount wares in Al Kharid. Ali's discount wares will buy unlimited nature runes for 90 GP each, and assuming you're able to get over 125 trips per hour, this method produces over 2.3 million GP per hour. Because this method relies heavily on the Achievement Diary teleports, the menu entry swapper plugin on RuneLite is going to be highly recommended since it allows you to configure one-click teleports for the cape if the teleport sub-menu setting is toggled on. To begin a trip, you just use the Achievement Diary cape in your inventory to teleport to Caleb Paramaya, climb down the ladder, run northeast to the agility shortcut, then run north to the nature altar, craft runes at the altar, teleport to the bank to retrieve more essence, then repeat the process. For banking, you should use either the Achievement Diary Cape teleport to Jar or the Crafting Cape teleport. If not using a Runecraft Cape or Max Cape, then the Colossal Pouch will also degrade. And when this happens, then you should use the spell NPC Contact to contact the Dark Mage to repair the pouch. Now I'm going to keep this next section short because it's absolutely to be expected, but it's of course Slayer. Now in the low levels, this skill isn't very special because Slayer doesn't really start to become profitable until Dust Devils and beyond, which is level 65 plus. But once you hit that milestone, oof, it changes everything. You'll be able to kill gargoyles at level 75, greater necreals and Korend at level 80, and eventually Hydra, who absolutely showers you in GP at a nice 2 mil plus an hour. So honestly, for the most part, Slayer is going to be your bread and butter if you don't do any of the other methods. Let me know in the comments what your favorite money-making method is for your Ironman. Like the video if this helped, and subscribe for more Ironman content.